In an era of questioning eras, the Philippines once again reign supreme, denying all claims to the throne.
I think Mobazane is really in the M3 meta.
Honestly, I see the improvement, no longer like the monopolization of Indo and TH.
The saying that what goes up must come down is rendered useless in the face of the gods of the game once again.
I think this is a great time for us to be talking about the landscape of MLBB Esports. We've seen new regions come in, NIP flashing from MPLSG, making it to the semifinals. See you soon, knocking out Fnatic, Onyx. I would say crazy upsets as well, happening all the way from the group stage and even the wild card. So, what are your thoughts on this? I think we'll start first from Simon.
Honestly, I see that improvement, no longer like the monopolization of Indo and TH. You see Cambodia teams stepping up, you see Singaporean teams stepping up. Of course, Malaysia also does step up. And also, you look at Turkey team, they gave us a hard time. For me, I think it's something very good. It's good that every region is taking it very seriously.
My opinion, the landscape right now is kind of changing a lot because we have seen the falling of Indonesia, but we also have seen some like new guys on the block like MENA to actually trying to do something new for them, and we also see a lot of improvement for Malaysia, for Singapore, for Cambodia, because nobody thought like, but for Malaysia it was like the breakout.
Yeah,
because nobody expected this from Malaysia teams.
Is it really a new landscape when the top two teams are still Filipino teams? Like, what is your take on the new landscape here?
I still see that Philippines are still on top because the influence of the Filipino players to the other countries is really a good effect. Like what they adapt in the Philippines, they bring it to their own representative countries. It's still for Philippines on top. But I think Philippines and Indonesia should step up more because 2 years ago right now is just Philippines and Indonesia are just competing in the international scenes. Like the influence of other Filipinos are catching up to the all Filipino teams like that, to the all Indonesian teams. So everybody is a threat. Everybody can make an upset right now. I think it's a wake-up call for the top teams to try more harder so that they can maintain the top league team.
Sa laro kasi pag sa Singapore parang mahirap i-full commit yung ML kasi hindi siya masyadong sikat, and ayun, parang gusto naming ipamukha sa kanila na masarap mag-ML. Para sa akin, parehas lang. Parang Pilipinas pati Indonesia lang nag-compete nung last 2 years, and ngayon iba na yung mga representative.
I think again, when it comes to this topic, it's very interesting because 2 years ago it was Philippines, Indonesia. If we talk about literally the present, it is Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia are out, but Philippines are still going strong. So big question for me is, how do we overthrow the Philippines? Because
how can we beat you guys?
How can we beat them, right? The imports are great, the players are great, the coaching staff as well, everywhere. We are seeing imports, coaches everywhere around the world.
Isn't that the solution? If you can't beat them, buy them?
In a way, that's true.
Crown another world champion. Brad Esports are your international. Are your M4 world champion.
Mobile Legends in the Philippines is a different animal. It's the strongest animal I've ever seen.
Most of the international tournaments were dominated by PH teams.
Of course, they are the strongest region at this point. They've won so many international tournaments in a row.
Every region tries to find a way to take it down, and we have yet to find the right way.
Give us 2 months before M6 at Malaysia, we will beat them.
Oh, okay.
The main thing, Filipino teams are good, is stalling the game up until the point they have the items enough, and then they can perform good front-to-back team. That's it. Like, it's whole Filipino meta for like 2 years already. It's called what? UBE.
Yeah.
Who actually uses cross-map meta? Who actually uses 1-4 meta?
Yeah.
Well, like, right now we started to use it because of the Link and Fanny, but like, who used it before? Nobody uses this, even though it might prove some progress. And the main point of actually good team, being able to master all of those scenarios based on the draft. And after the coaching staff will start to work in other regions, not just Filipino, then we will have an improvement. But since the meta setters are Philly, and every other region is trying to say, oh, Philippines play this, I'm gonna play it too.
Yeah. That's true.
And nobody even thought about how can I beat this? Why should I follow this when I can try to beat this? Yes, you will lose. Yes, you will lose. Yes, you will lose a lot of times. But it's reachable in half a year.
Honestly, one other thing is that Philippines has that almost no region has. Ranked games feel like scrims. Yeah. So it's kind of like just being casual, you're already training to be a pro, right? Which is very rare, right? Do you guys agree? Yeah. We know Philippines is obviously going to be a threat. So besides the Philippines, what other regions you guys think is going to be a threat?
For me, based on what he said, Turkey.
Turkey might be a threat. All right. For you?
For me, Indonesia, if what happened right now is a wake-up call to them. But if not, I'm still Malaysia.
Yeah.
I think ECA as well. I think it'll be a wake-up call. This performance in group stage, wake-up call to ECA.
When it comes to the uprising regions, you can see that EECA made a really good impact in the last M5. You can see that, let's say, NA did a really great impact at M3 with the PTK.
Cambodia, see you soon, they always were like at top positions. It's just people don't want to remember them. That's different stuff.
They're looking to make the
Turkey
statement.
is strong right now because they have different meta than others. Also, and they adapt the gameplay. So that's the thing that they adapt and they mix into their own gameplay.
The Turkish make it through to the knockouts.
Is there really such a thing as regional meta? Like PH has its own meta, ID has its own meta, SG has its own meta, Cambodia has its own meta. Like, is that really the case, or it's just like?
I think it's quiet. Like, it depends on their country. Example, in our country, I spam Roger core all the time. Even at that moment, it's just less people playing that. In country of Turkey, they're spamming Amon and Julian. In SG, they're spamming still utility, Guinevere, like that. It still depends on the country. I think it still depends on what fits the team.
So do you guys even feel like Turkey has their own meta?
Yeah, especially when I saw their hero, I was like so amazed of it because it's so hard to pull it off and they still make it effective. So yeah, I think it depends on the country if they can make it or not.
What about you, Curtis? Do you feel like there is such a thing as regional meta?
Para sa akin, depende sa player kasi kung ano yung comfort hero mo, dun ka talaga mag-i-stick.
Okay, because like Tic Tac, I think it was Tic Tac who mentioned
that was Tic Tac.
That Turkey has its own regional meta. Now, what do you think about this?
We have no meta. We have literally 8 teams with OTP players. We have signature champs, which we can like throw out as a joker sometimes. But it's not like we have meta, because if we will play by Turkey meta, we will not be out winning any game at international tournament. So we have to came here and adjust for international meta.
So regional meta, mostly I think that people are referring to is like mostly just ranked games. When they see ranked games there, it's like the Amon spams, the Julian spams. But in terms of the pro play, it's different there. Depends on the play. Because like, you know, Kurt pulls off the Martis in the mid lane, makes it work against Homeboys, right? He's gotta get that dig in.
That was awesome, by the way. I mean, Homeboys lost, but that was awesome. Yeah.
It was awesome.
But it doesn't work on us.
Oh, okay. Oh my God! Super Maniac! Give him the savage!
I think it's been pretty good except for this most recent MSC. I think the North American placement definitely wasn't what a lot of expecting, especially for me. Then I think North America let a lot of people down, which is quite disappointing.
Can we talk about what happened to NA as well? They used to be top 3, but now not even making out of groups, right? What do you think happened to NA?
NA prepared good because 1 month before MSC, they went to Philippines and they practiced there. But I think no hurt feelings if ever Mobazane heard it. But I think Mobazane is really in the M3 meta. It's like what he's doing is still M3. So that's why I think if a jungler is like the problem, it will affect everyone.
Para sa akin, sayang yung punta nila sa Pinas kasi di nila na-adapt yung mga ginagawa ng RG Boy sa Pilipinas. Kaya nahirapan sila i-pull up yun sa international scene.
So it's like reading a book but not understanding what it's saying.
Exactly. Just trying to memorize it, not understanding.
Can I ask then a question? Do you think they lacked an actual coach?
Ooh, because they did have a coach. They have 2 coaches.
Because if you're spending a month in Philly, screaming against like even like low bracket MPL teams, why are you not learning, guys? Yes, it's like savage, but
no, we get you, you know.
Facts speak louder.
Facts, yeah. honestly, this is a real thing, right? Because I feel like not every coach is the same. Like I know some teams, it's actually more on the players, right? The players draft, the players control the macro and everything like that. So for you guys, say they boot camp in the Philippines, right? If they don't adapt, is it the players' fault too?
I think it's both because coach, if the players can't understand it, the coach should understand it and could explain it to the players. But if the coach tried to explain it and let the players understand it, then the players didn't still understand it, maybe it's already the players' fault.
So let's talk about the theme of teams not performing. Not adapting, not changing, not improving. Then maybe EECA is the same, like what happened in M5, they tried to bring for MSC, but it's already a different world. Maybe, that could be the case.
Because I will say, when we're talking about just perspective, I did get a perspective of the player. He was saying that it was really about the mental. Yeah, they were doing really good in scrims. I also asked them for like the scrim results after they got knocked out, because I was like, it just feels so different from what I've been hearing and then from what you performed on stage, how you're able to perform. And
also, when you talk about scrim results, it's fine.
Because I don't do it on a podcast,
okay, sure.
That's why I keep it
fair.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair. Sorry.
But for them, it's all about mental, specifically a few players on the team. That's why they are about to swap some of those players.
I can vouch for that. They scream at us.
Oh, really?
Scream at us. They're good. They're strong.
And then all of a sudden they choke.
I think, for me, overconfident. The results from the scream and
the stage is different, yeah.
Now, in terms of international scrims, there is one issue there is always have been and will be, is that beside like 2 or 3 teams, if you're speaking about top Philippines, every other team doesn't have a structure. Because scrims for them is just like, okay, we will like play some things, like just practice, press buttons, we don't think about macro and this stuff. And it's very hard for us in like short period of time to actually like make the game stable.
Yeah.
It's most important part to not let scrims be chaotic. Against like, for example, see you soon, all our scrims are chaotic.
Yeah.
It's like 80 kills in 20 minutes.
Wait, what?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
In 20 minutes, 80 kills.
Yes. And I was so mad at my team. Because you can't play like this. You will not win like this.
Because in tournament, it's impossible to reach 80 kills.
So it's like waste of time kind of for us and for them as well. It's like disrespecting opponents in some sort of. That's the most important part, to make players understand that scrims is not for fun.
Yes.
They are for training different stuff. If you will lose, okay, let's just rather FF at 10 and then go next if it's lost game. Don't waste time. And then just practice. And as soon as we provide for ourselves like this professionalism, work ethic, the game will grow stronger.
Yeah.
Today is the day we've all been waiting for. It's the grand finals where we have reached the pinnacle of the journey.
F1 World Championship, almost the champion.
Your N3 World Champions, Blacklist International, are your M4 World Champions.